This happened over the weekend, but there's still so much tension. One of my good friends, Matthew, 26M, is getting married next month to Jennifer, 26F. I, 25F, have known Matthew since high school. We've always connected over video games, especially Minecraft. Matthew has had his fair share of girlfriends over the years, but when he met Jennifer 3 years ago, he said that he knew she was the one. They are madly in love with each other, and I am so happy for them both. Last year, Matthew popped the question to Jennifer, and she said yes. Jennifer's demeanor towards me drastically changed after the engagement. She became distant, wouldn't look at me, and hardly spoke to me, which was weird since Jennifer was always so sweet and nice towards me. I still talk to Matthew and met with him and our group of friends, sometimes with Jennifer. She continued to act cold and not speak to me much, so I kept my distance from her. 3 months ago, we all received a save-the-date invitation. Their wedding is going to take place at Matthew's cabin, 2 hours away. They decided to keep it small due to the size of the cabin, so we were only allowed to bring one guest. That was when Jennifer acted extremely harsh and hostile towards me, saying, "Bet you don't have A+1 since you are so into my man." I was taken aback. I asked her what she was talking about, and she smirked and told me not to act stupid. I ignored her remark and told her my boyfriend was coming. She looked surprised and left. I, of course, told Matthew about what Jennifer said to me, and he was not happy, so he made her apologize to me. Then, last weekend, I was invited by Matthew's sister to go dress shopping with her and Jennifer. I declined at first because I wanted to keep my distance from Jennifer, but Matthew's sister assured me that she would handle Jennifer and that our other friends would be there with us. So, we went dress shopping, and I found a beautiful dress that I thought would be perfect. I took a picture to send to my boyfriend since he planned on matching. I tried the dress on, and it was a perfect fit, so I guess I got lucky. Jennifer was angry and called me names such as a whore, a boyfriend-stealing bitch, and told me that I was officially uninvited to the wedding. She caused such a commotion that the store employee asked us to leave. I told Jennifer I didn't want to come to the wedding anyway, but I was going to because Matthew was getting married. I told her that if she didn't want me at the wedding, fine. I didn't give a damn since I wouldn't go to a wedding if the bride was going to be so rude to a guest. Matthew and our friends found out, and I was getting texts left and right begging me to come to the wedding. I told them I was happy to be uninvited and that I'd just spend the day with my boyfriend instead. They're all mad at me for not fighting hard enough. Edit. My decision is final. I will not be going to the wedding, and there's no changing my mind about it. I will be sending a wedding gift to Matthew the day before the wedding instead. I told Matthew and all my friends that I won't be going, and they can't convince me otherwise. Matthew also called me and asked if we could talk somewhere. I agreed, but it's to tell him in person that I won't go so that he knows I'm serious about it. Update 1. I met up with Matthew and brought my boyfriend along. As expected, Matthew begged me to come to the wedding and said he would beg Jennifer to let me attend. I told him it's best if I wasn't there. I explained to Matthew that Jennifer has a problem with me, period. He said he doesn't understand and that he has asked her many times, but Jennifer continues to say she is just stressed. I got angry and said that's BS and he knows it. My boyfriend also intervened and told Matthew that he needs to wake up and realize Jennifer is crazy and that he can't keep defending her. Matthew said he loves her too much and doesn't want to lose her. My boyfriend and I got up and told Matthew to let us know when he has a backbone. In the meantime, it's best we don't talk. I messaged all of our friends in the group to let them know I'm keeping a distance from Matthew because of Jennifer. He's still my friend, but at arm's length. I will still be sending him a gift regardless, but I'm keeping my distance. It seems like he is in denial and can't comprehend what's going on at all. He usually is in denial. Ever since high school, he has had a sense of denial. Another thing to mention is that Jennifer is nice to all of Matthew's female friends, just not with me. I've also gotten messages from 2 of our friends saying they have dropped out of attending the wedding because of Jennifer and that they are on my side. Also, Jennifer already bought her wedding dress a while ago. When I went dress shopping with Matthew's sister, she invited Jennifer as a way to resolve the animosity she had towards me. So it was Matthew's sister who wanted to buy a dress, and I found one that I loved, which made Jennifer go crazy. I hope that clears things up since so many were confused. Update 2. Hello to all. Many of you have been asking for an update, so I might as well provide one. Before I do that, I want to clear up a couple of things that a lot of people have been confused about. When I went dress shopping with Matthew's sister, she brought Jennifer along because she wanted us to put our differences aside for Matthew's sake. This shopping trip was not for Jennifer to buy a wedding dress as she had already purchased her dress a long time ago. I hope that clears things up. I would never try on a dress or purchase one if the bride is the one who is shopping for a dress. Next, Matthew and I never had romantic feelings for each other. We never hooked up or anything of that nature. Our relationship has always been and always will be platonic. Now, I'm going to get straight to the point with this update. This will come as a shock to many of you, but Jennifer called off the wedding. I found out from our friends who messaged me. I asked what happened, and they explained that Jennifer told Matthew she couldn't marry him and admitted her behavior towards me, as well as towards a couple of other people, including Matthew's sister and his best friend Jacob. She apologized to Matthew and realized that she isn't in the right place to get married. This happened about 2 days before the wedding. I decided to call Matthew and told him I heard about the wedding being called off and assured him I'd be here if he ever wants to talk. He asked if we could meet, and I agreed. Matthew explained that Jennifer had severe trust issues, not just regarding me, but also with his best friend Jacob. Jacob was supposed to be Matthew's best man, but he was also uninvited by Jennifer over the suspicion that Jacob might encourage Matthew to cheat. Matthew also told me that Jennifer had constantly accused him of possibly cheating on her with me, despite showing her evidence that we did nothing of the sort. It had gotten to the point where Jennifer would prevent Matthew from going out with friends, sometimes confiscate his phone, and even take his car keys, causing him to be late for work. So there was a lot more happening behind closed doors. Matthew wasn't blinded by love, he was simply afraid to reach out to any of us for help. He was embarrassed to tell us his bride-to-be was doing more than just controlling the wedding guest list. I asked Matthew if he wanted to go with us on vacation, but he declined, stating he wanted to be alone, which I do understand. I went on vacation and had a fun time. By the way, I did wear the dress that I bought to dinner with my boyfriend. He loved the dress and constantly complimented me the entire time. When we returned, Jennifer messaged me, which surprised me as she had never done such a thing before. She asked if we could meet. At first, I wasn't sure, but I agreed. I brought my boyfriend along for safety reasons as I wasn't sure what Jennifer's intentions were. Jennifer told me that she wanted to apologize for lashing out at me in the store for calling me names, and for uninviting me to the wedding over something so small. She explained that she allowed her jealousy to get the better of her and that she was so scared of losing Matthew that she ended up doing things she deeply regrets. Jennifer is going to get therapy and said that she had some trauma in her childhood that lingered into her relationship in ways she didn't expect. She also admitted that she was insecure, found me to be a very beautiful woman, and felt jealous when Matthew and I talked about our hobbies, which made her feel left out because she isn't into Minecraft or gaming. I told her none of those things matter to me now since she has apologized and admitted what she did wasn't right, and I have forgiven her. As for Matthew and my friendship, we are now back to hanging out and playing games together. Even my boyfriend has been hanging out with Matthew a lot, and they have gotten closer. I decided to ask Matthew if he ever had a crush on me back in the day, and he said he never did and that he was being honest. Jennifer moved her stuff out, and as for the cabin where the wedding was supposed to take place, Matthew, my boyfriend, myself, and a couple of our other friends will go there this upcoming weekend. I want to thank everybody who has given me advice on how to handle this situation and my friendship with Matthew. I also had the chance to read some personal stories some of you have sent me, and it breaks my heart. I realize I have such a big support group here, and that's one thing I love about Reddit.